And CEO of Cream Finance, and this is what I do.
What up, y'all? Welcome to 2019. I'm walking down these ugly ass streets of Auckland, New Zealand, and I'm thinking about the new year, and I'm thinking about what to do with all of this crazy vlogging shit and producing this video content, because it's a bit confusing. It's confusing to an extent that, you know, I can't figure out if it's a good thing or a bad thing, and not from the feedback that I receive, but more like kind of what do I think about it myself. And now let me explain. So I've checked, you know, on YouTube, on Google, for like 5 minutes I was checking various vlogs produced by real entrepreneurs, people that build businesses as their primary activity, as opposed to life coaches, lecturers, or like influencers or whatever, but like real entrepreneurs, right? And there's like tons of them, yes? In every single country, in every single language that you can imagine, and I only speak 3 languages, and I can only check like basically English and Russian entrepreneur vlogs, right? And you can see a list of those, yes, and it was just out of a result of like a 2-minute research. You know, and the point is, there's so many entrepreneurs that are real, legit, super successful people doing a lot of content. And I'm kind of trying to figure out what's the direction for this trend that seems to be like a cool trend for entrepreneurs to put out their messages in this way. And I guess there's some pros and some cons. So in terms of the positives, for sure, I think this is an amazing platform. Let me turn around because there's a big street with all these loud buses. And I think this is an amazing platform for you know, real entrepreneurs to tell their story, to share their lifestyle, to share information about, you know, their trials and tribulations, and how they manage to be where they are. And that is great, because in these vlogs the content is not as edited and as kind of like restricted and twisted as it is in the mainstream media. So that is fantastic. So I think I get a lot out of these vlogs. I see how kind of, you know, very successful entrepreneurs that built multi-billion or whatever successful companies, how they live, how they think, unedited, you know, content, and that is fantastic. Yes. What I think is, on top of that, or on the side of that, there is a lot of unintended consequence that comes as a result of this, you know, freedom given by the social media platforms. And just as any other things, right, there's some intended results and some unintended results, and I think the unintended results are pretty negative. So one thing, I think there's a total overload of information, right? There's basically all of these legit and bullshit artists telling how to do things, dogmatic advice, you know, and I think it's very confusing for young people, especially, that are trying to start their careers and figure shit out. And I don't think it's a good thing, because everybody is literally, you know, with any level of success, is telling you how to do things. So that's kind of one thing. The second thing is, which I think is again somewhere where people get it mixed up, is that being good on camera and having good media skills is totally unrelated, and it's not absolutely necessarily tied to being a good entrepreneur and being good in business. Yes, it could be one of the skills, but it's totally not the most important or central. And I think this is kind of, again, this new age phenomena where you set up a super cool YouTube channel, and you have like Instagram followers and all of that stuff, and you can seem to be like a successful, legitimate person in business, which is just like, it's insane. It doesn't work like that. So that's another, I think, negative element. And there are, you know, quite a few others, right? I think the nature of the content that is produced. I've checked these various vlogs just to see like what they're all about, and they're really all about the same thing. It's like, you know, they're all about this repetitive how-to advice. It's really all about kind of look at me, look at my success in many ways. It's sometimes not exactly like that, but sometimes it does feel like that. And it doesn't, or it seems to have reached a level where it really is kind of all the same, yes? And that's why some time ago last year in 2018 I decided also not to continue giving advice in videos, but try to more share my thoughts and do it in a more humorous way, which resonated pretty well, and I'm happy about that. But in any case, I'm kind of like still figuring out what to do and which direction to go with in terms of vlogging. Yes, because I don't want to create and step into these traps that are pretty much by default set up when entrepreneurs do vlogging and share in videos about a bunch of things, right? And for sure there's like an overload of information. There's so much stuff out there that what we need to do better and be better in business is not more vlogs and it's not more videos. Yes, it's always more action, but that's a different story. So that's it for now. I will see you in 2019. I don't know how and when, but for now I'm just gonna go up the hill of this weird ass looking Auckland street. All right, see you soon, peace.